Thank you, Commissioner Hart. It wasn't too long ago that I served as police commissioner, and of course the Gilgo Beach murder investigation was one of the first cases that we took a deep dive into. And one of the first calls I made was actually to Geraldine Hart, except she wasn't police commissioner at the time. She was the head of the Long Island FBI office. And one of the tools that we knew we wanted to use in this investigation was to engage with our federal partners, in particular the FBI, to assist us in this very important investigation. When I made that call to Commissioner Hart, at the time as a supervisor in the FBI, she welcomed us with open arms, and we engaged the FBI immediately. And that's why I'm so proud that we're standing here today, strengthening our partnership between my office, the Suffolk County Police Department, the FBI, and continuing to move this investigation forward by implementing new tools in our toolbox. I want to thank all the police officers who are involved in this investigation. Chief Cameron has detailed the amount of work that has gone into this investigation in the past, starting with the initial searches. The amount of work that has gone into this case is perhaps unprecedented. And as the Commissioner said, we remain committed to obtaining justice in this case. And lastly, and some of you may have never heard me say this, I want to thank the media. The partnership with the media is very important. I can't tell you how many times when I was police commissioner and now that I'm DA, where the media's coverage of injustices, crimes, and other issues in the community have helped us obtain justice. Whether it's our local papers, our local news stations, and I want to thank all of you for paying attention and providing the attention and coverage that these matters deserve. I'll close with just thanking the Police Commissioner and the Suffolk County Police Department for their tremendous work on this investigation. My office remains committed to doing everything we can to solve these murders. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll open it up for questions. There you go. Yes.
Commissioner, why, you said this is a new piece of evidence. Why release it now when you've had it for a while? What has changed?
So we are constantly evaluating the investigation. We're looking at the steps that we've taken. We're looking at the technology that's available at the time. And we made a decision as a team that now is the time to release this information. Yes, Nicole.
You said that you don't believe this belt belonged to any of the victims, that it belonged to
The suspect.
One of the killers. What makes the police department believe that?
So I'm not going to get into the specifics on why we do indeed believe that, but we do believe that this item was handled by the suspect and did not belong to any of the victims.
Can you
Yes.
indicate whether it's a brand stamp or whether it's like a monogram, just to indicate to us what these letters appear to be?
So I will tell you that it's embossed on the belt. It is for the public to assist us in that determination. Yes.
Commissioner, when you say handled, do you mean, is it believed that the suspect somehow used the belt to hurt a victim, or?
So that's nothing that I'll get into today, but I will say that we believe the suspect handled the belt.
Was there any DNA
Yes.
evidence on or fingerprints on the belt?
Nothing regarding other scientific techniques are going to be discussed today. Yes.
Is the leading theory that this is the work of one serial killer or multiple killers?
So it's important as an investigative team that we keep our mind open to all avenues and don't particularly marry ourselves to one theory of the investigation. We go where the facts lead us, so we do not speculate or come across with a determination such as that before the facts indicate so.
So no leading theory, and this could be multiple suspects.
Again, we keep our mind open as investigators and make sure that we go where the facts take us.
What would you ask the people who have already given tips over the last 9 years? We've heard from people who say they've called in tips, they've called the FBI, and it's gotten nowhere. Would you ask them now to repeat this process with the new website?
So I'll begin by saying that the effort that's been put into this case is extraordinary, and I also want to echo the district attorney and commend our detectives that are working on this case, commend the agents that are now partnering with us, And I will tell you that we continue to always take every lead seriously and run it down accordingly. And I would encourage the public, if they know anything, even if they think it's insignificant, it may be a piece that fits into a broader picture that we could utilize. So I'd encourage the public to always come forward. Yes. We collected it at the initial stage of the investigation.
So 9 years ago?
At the initial stage, right, of the investigation.
Why now? Why now? You had it for 9 years. This has been a huge mystery. 9 years with this piece of evidence, which you clearly think is going to be something that's going to be able to move this case forward at this point. Why did you sit on it for 9 years? Why now?
So again, a case is always evaluated based on the facts on the ground and what's going on. We're constantly reevaluating. We're constantly trying new techniques. Science and technology are moving forward at a mind-boggling pace, and we're making sure that we're constantly keeping up with it and utilizing technology to the best of our ability. We have decided now to leverage social media, obviously with the website, and put information out there in the hopes that the public will come forward with a piece of information about the origin of that article. Yes.
This is obviously magnified. Can you give us a sense of how big the original one? And you said it was embossed. I just don't know exactly what that means.
Right. So the actual letters are approximately 1/2 by 1/2 inch. So that is dramatically, obviously, increased. And embossed is, is it stamped? Is it? We're not certain. So what we want is the public's help on that.
Jay, can you say if the
I'm sorry.
Is it a whole belt or a piece of a belt?
I said that it was located on a belt. That was my statement.
Is it a whole belt that you have?
That we recovered? Yes, and we'll be releasing photographs of that.
And have you been able to trace its origins, where it was manufactured or anything along those lines?
So again, I'm putting out information about the belt, which I've stated already. It's a black leather belt found at one of the initial stages of the investigation.
Will you be releasing anything further?
So we will be using GilgoNews.com to facilitate an information exchange with the public.
Will you be releasing anything further then? This is the only new piece of evidence that you're going to be sharing
Today?
with the public in this new initiative moving forward in the next month, several months.
So again, I just want to emphasize that this website is now going to be an avenue for us to assist us in facilitating information sharing with the public. So that will now be a platform for us to utilize.
Commissioner, can you hold that up again? Let's just get another big look at it. Thank you.
did this new technology that the Department of Health is allowed to use, did that play a factor in why you're releasing this today?
So that's nothing I'll comment on.
Commissioner, why not release the 911 tapes of Shannon Gilbert?
So as you know, a judge ruled on the 911 tapes. We have appealed that ruling, and we'll obviously be guided by the appellate division's decision.
So why appeal the verdict? Why do you not want those 911 tapes released to the public?
So we consider it part of the investigation, and we're making sure that we're protecting the investigation as we move forward, as we do with every piece of evidence.
If it wasn't a victim of the killer, how is that tape part of an ongoing investigation?
So we're not necessarily certain. We don't think she matches many of the patterns of the Gilgo Beach homicides. As you know, the medical examiner has determined that it's actually undetermined. They do not know whether it's natural causes or the cause of a criminal act. So we are moving forward based on that.
Now on whether or not Shannon Gilbert may have been a victim of this killing?
So we've constantly said, and I can tell you at least for the time that I've been involved with this investigation since 2015, that she does not match the pattern of the Gilgo Beach homicides. But again, I want to emphasize to everybody here, we let the facts dictate where we're going to go with this investigation. It's very dangerous to speculate or come to conclusions before all the investigation is completed and the evidence is reviewed.
Commissioner, was that a new belt or an older belt? Did it look like it was brand new, or they were at like an old belt? Like.
So again, it was found at the crime scene.
The website isn't working. When is the website going to be up and running?
https://.
We tried, it's not working. When is it going to be up?
It should be live. What happens is,
Size is the waist of the belt.
so I'm not giving information on the size of the belt.
When will your